All right, so let's take a second to just take a closer look at this video. This is what the Louisville Metro Police Department released here today, May 24th, a week after the incident with Scottie Scheffler. Just a couple things that stood out to me. I just want to quickly share because everybody's trying to make sense of very little that was shared by the police department today. So you obviously got to break down this grainy dash cam footage from across the street, also the poll cam. But I thought what was interesting here, and I'm going to bring this back a little bit from before the event. So they obviously have 55 minutes of footage here. Well, if you watch early on, you see these cars filing in to the same entrance that Scottie Scheffler came in, okay? So it's not like this was not the flow of traffic at that point. We see it here all morning as people arrive. They're entering through this entrance. As you see here, number of cars coming in, probably player cars, staff, personnel, whatever it is. Okay, so around the 20-minute mark is where we get the bus come in. Here's the bus that pulls in the entrance that ends up stopping out front. So you see following cars into this entrance of Valhalla. All right, so this bus pulls in, and no idea what the bus is doing. Maybe it can't make the turn. Sorry, one more bus. Apologies. Next bus. All right, so this bus starts pulling in here. Now, maybe it can't make the turn. Don't know what the deal is, but it ends up stopping. Once this police car right here in the middle clears out, you'll see. So it comes to a stop in front of the entrance. It's here for about a minute before we see Scottie Scheffler's vehicle. Now, you see cars back here behind the bus stopped, following them in, okay? My expectation, my feeling is that probably Scottie Scheffler is a few cars behind. Notices that, hey, this is not moving. See another car coming in. I believe this is another police vehicle that gets escorted through. He probably saw that car come down the left side potentially, decides to follow it through. We see this car will get let through here in just 1 second. Just want to take you through each step of this process to kind of get a full idea of what was happening that morning. So that you can see the lights, the police lights on that vehicle. So it comes through. So he could have easily seen that vehicle come through that way and thought, okay, this is just another clear path. We saw that vehicle clear out. Again, he's, trying to get to the course, the place for about 4 hours from his tee time at this point, 4.5 maybe, get into his routine. So here around, now we're at the 22-minute mark. You're about to see Scheffler's car come into view here on the left. You'll only see it briefly. Now, a couple things to point out. As it pulls in, you'll see the headlights reflecting off the wet ground in the background. Watch how long it's here. Okay, you'll see it looks like maybe he got stopped here by a police officer, maybe the officer in question. There you see, he pulls in. All right. Maybe 5-6 seconds here, maybe talking to someone, maybe trying to wait for some room to clear out. You see somebody over here move out of the way, across the way, and now he pulls off, again, not at a rapid speed, and then pulls into the entrance where he's stopped eventually by the officer, told to get out of the car and put into handcuffs. So let's back this up one more second. Again, from this point forward, you'll see him pull in to get to where we end up seeing the handcuffs come on. You're only talking about 10 to 12 seconds, okay? So, again, let's back it up. Look at the timestamps. 22:20 here. 21:22. All right, so he pulls in roughly around 22:33. Gets stopped at about 22:36. All right, so let's just get an idea of how long he's talking to police officers. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds talking to police officers. He pulls off towards the gate. Again, you could tell he's not going at probably just lifted his foot off the brake pedal to accelerate. Didn't even probably accelerate. The other thing that I thought was very interesting here too, because the big question is what happens. There's no footage behind this bus. So the question is what happens here behind this bus? What is said? What is the initial confrontation? Does Scheffler pull off? We can tell he's not driving very fast, but does he accelerate at the very beginning there and throw the officer down to the ground? Potentially, right? That is a possibility in this scenario by what we see here. There's 6-7 seconds. He could have pulled off after that initial, hey, you can't come here. Hey, I'm trying to play. I'm pulling off. Maybe hit the gas, could have fallen down. But what I thought was very interesting, and what I'm not too sure about here, is when you see him pull off, because you're looking for that officer. In the other footage, you see the officer running towards the car and banging on the windshield to stop in the car. So if that officer's claim is that he got knocked down and drug across the ground, could he have gotten up as quickly? You see him there briefly for a half a second. Could he have gotten up quickly, stop? You see his reflection right behind the taillights there. Could he have gotten up from the ground where he got dragged down and caught up to the vehicle in a matter of 3 seconds? Right? I mean, that's what you're looking at here from the time this car pulls off to the time where he stops. So you see that car 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. He's back on the car. You figure the first 3 seconds are him falling down. Can he get up that quickly and get back to that vehicle to bang on Sheffler's car right here in just a matter of 2 or 3 seconds? It's certainly possible, but it seems a little far-fetched. It almost seems like, to me, again, just by going off of what's here, by what the eyewitness accounts on hand, everybody but that officer has said, is that it looked like by this video, he pulls in, he gets stopped by someone trying to go around this bus, which is parked here inexplicably, with its door open at this point as well. Not sure what it's doing. Nobody's helping direct traffic over here, by the way. Maybe there's somebody behind the bus, but it's not clear where to go at this point, and he's trying to get in. He pulls behind this bus to go around it, where the entrance is open, where everybody's been filing through for the past 10 minutes in this video. He gets stopped here, speaks briefly, decides he's going to continue on, and then pulls up when he gets stopped. So if you think that Sheffler potentially, and this could have easily happened, he could have not, the guy could have had his hand on the door at some point in the window maybe. Sheffler hits the gas, it knocks him off balance, it's wet, he maybe slips, he falls. Sheffler slows down and stops as he sees him come running to him, and that's when everything happened. But just by judging this, just the time frame, he's sitting back here for 10 seconds. It takes him 6 seconds from pulling off to where we see the officer all the way over, almost chasing down his car. 8 seconds. That means he has to get pulled to the ground, gather himself, get up, chase the car down in that bit of time. So I don't know. You be the judge. This, again, is on the Louisville Metro Police Department YouTube channel. This, I think, gives you a little bit better context of what happened than the pull across the way, across the street on the Shelbyville Road is the other video here. So curious what your thoughts are.